Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is Will. Uh, this channel is DIY everything. So um, I guess I want to get started by welcoming you and thanking you for checking my channel out. Um, I have a ton of content that I've um, recorded in the last couple years um since uh, basically since the world as we knew it changed, before our eyes. Um, the signature series that I'm going to work on this channel is what I like to call a perpetual energy generator. Um, I'm working on real free energy, real renewable energy, not those solar powered generators and um, bicycle powered alternators and all that crap that is a waste of time. Um, a waste of time viewing the videos and a waste of time trying to make. Um, so in this series, I'm going to show you how I built and designed a perpetual energy generator. I'll show you where I'm at now, where I want to take this, and I'm also asking for assistance in some areas. Um, so I want to give you a little bit of background on what got me started into looking for a source of energy aside from the grid, a true off-grid source of energy. I didn't just wake up one day and decide that um, that I needed to find power, that I needed to find free energy. Although my gas and electric bill for 7 of us, 5 kids and 2 adults, was $500 to $600 a month. Um, that in and of itself is enough to put you on this path. So I'm going to try to make this long story as short as I can, because I know we're all short on time. That's my biggest asset is my time. So in 2017, my wife and I purchased our first home. By 2019, we realized we were in trouble. Um, the house had been infested with black mold, and the prior owners covered it up. Now, we seen it before then, but we didn't start feeling the effects until mid-2019. By 2020, we scraped together the last bit of our savings and bought an RV. We had $5,000. We put $4,600 into a 31-foot Fleetwood Bounder, a 1991. So, I mean, think of the money and the RV in the year. It was a lot of work. It it took me about 2 months to get it ready to get us to move in. I think we bought it in April. We hit the road for the first trip the night of 4th of July, 2020. So it wasn't long after moving into this thing and getting going, figuring everything out, that I realized I had some work to do if I wanted to be truly off grid, especially without a stable homestead, a stable piece of property that was ours. At the time, the only property we owned was the property that we walked away from. And not only did we walk away from it, but when we bought the RV, the intention was to park at our house, use our sewer, use our electric, and basically live in our RV instead of our moldy house put on our property. Come to find out, the city code and ordinances did not allow that. We had it out with the city police and code and enforcement. They gave us 10 days to vacate the property. 10 days we vacated the property. Um, it was around that time I started looking into free energy, Tesla, other things like that. Um, I'll give you a few names of people that I watched to learn some of the stuff that I learned. Nobody really that was particularly looking or working on this project, but when I needed to learn about three-phase power, um, there was a guy, I think his name is Jeremy Fielding, um, yeah, on YouTube. Um, when I started looking into the free energy and renewable energy, a guy that I came across was Gerard Morin. He's on YouTube. And then somebody I want to slide in there, he's on BitChute. And he covers more the philosophical side of all this. He'll kind of get your mind ready for where we're going. And his name is Cliff High, CLIF_high. And he's on BitChute. So anyway, I quickly started acquiring materials that I needed. I'm a mechanic, an auto body technician. So I have a strong working knowledge of 12-volt electrical systems, as well as 120 AC electrical systems in a house. So the first couple videos, I realized there was something going on with the alternator that I needed to dive into. Long story short, after tons of research, I decided the alternator was the best path. Once I got the alternator going, I soon realized that I needed a motor that was just as efficient to push the alternator, right? So the best way that I could find to do that was to build another one the exact same way, but reverse wired and run it as a motor instead of a generator or an alternator. And that's pretty much where I'm at now. I got the solar panels on the roof. I've went through 2 different charge controllers, but where I'm at right now is I'm at a 60 amp charge controller, 200 amp hour lithium battery, 4 235 watt Trina solar panels on the roof, and 2, or basically a permanent magnet synchronous motor and a permanent magnet alternator coupled together to make the gen set itself. So in the last 2.5 years, I've been working on this project on and off whenever I have time, or whenever my need for this project to be complete surpasses my need to work on other projects. So I've done a ton of research, testing, and diagnostics, trying to figure out exactly what is the best winding configuration for both the motor and the alternator. And the best, I mean the most efficient, because the key and the whole idea is to obviously be able to produce more power than I'm consuming. And I've reached that goal. I'm there. And I was going to make this an avenue that I patented, or tried to produce a product, and God has laid it on my heart and pushed me to, I guess you could call it, crowdsource this idea. Put all the information that I have out there for everyone to see, and through collaboration and help with other people knowledgeable in the field, and other fields concerning this, to come together and be able to produce a working, basically a portable, real renewable energy source. Call it free energy, perpetual energy, um, but a real portable source to make either your house off grid, give you full off grid power at night without having to spend $5,000 in batteries. Um, the amount of money that I see people selling those solar power generators for, you could build an entire off grid system that will power your entire house instead of like those solar power generators probably only, well, I know how much they power. It'll do your devices and maybe an appliance here and there, but you're not running no air conditioner, you're not running a coffee maker, you're not running a refrigerator or a microwave. Um, but this way that I've made um, will allow you to do that. You know, I have a few little um, glitches that I'm trying to work out that I could use some assistance on, like building my own, or at least programming my own driver. Right now I'm using a Hobby Wing 40 amp electronic speed controller, but I'm not sure. I know that thing won't hold up. You know, it works for now. It works great for testing, but I need something that's going to hold up on hot days, on cold days, on long days, any day. I need it to hold up. Um, so, like I said, I've been working on this project for about 2.5 years. Uh, Last October, we were able to scrape together more savings and we invested in a property. We bought 4.5 acres on the side of a mountain. So I have our property has a creek, so I do have an alternate power source with the creek. If something should not work out quite the way I want it to with the motor powered alternator, then we're going to use a water powered alternator. And this just came in from eBay. A Pelton water wheel. So this will turn my alternator with water. So for 2.5 years, going on 3 years, we've been my wife, our 3 boys, and we have a newest daughter just born in July, July 19th. So we've been living in this RV full time. Sometimes we've been able to hook up to shore power. A lot of times we haven't. We've had to make do. Most RVers wouldn't consider themselves homeless, but given our circumstances and where we came from and exactly how we got here wasn't exactly by choice. We're homeless, and it's tough being homeless. It's not as easy as one might think. Maybe if you have a ton of money to buy a $500,000 RV, but when you only got $5,000 to start off with, buying a almost 30-year-old RV, or a 30-year-old RV is it's a lot of work in itself. So it's a struggle. It's tough. But we have got our property. It's a difficult situation. It's almost 5 hours away, so trying to convince everybody to leave our area that we grew up in and our home is tough. If it was up to just me, I would be making this video from there, but unfortunately I'm not. But we right now we don't have the money to make it up there. It's almost $450 in gas. So we were supposed to spend the entire month of August. This is August 2022. Supposed to spend the entire month of August up there, but we are short on money. We don't have the money to make it up there and back right now. So I'm just trying to finish up this project. That way, when we can afford to make it up there, we're going to have power up there, aside from just our solar power. Um, as I said, solar power works great for running fans and electronics and things like that. But when you're trying to push an air conditioner or refrigerator and like add these things together, it's not happening unless you got $5,000 to spend on a battery bank, which I didn't have that. So what I did have was some knowledge, some determination, the will of God, and 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 the need for this power is what led me, led me down this road. Um, I I don't really know another scenario to compare my situation to, and I hate to compare it to Job, to the book of Job, because I certainly wasn't a saint as Job was, um, before the devil took everything from him. But I did have a relationship with God, um, but I wasn't on my best behavior. I took a lot for granted. Um, I I didn't appreciate all the gifts that God bestowed on me and my family. Um, and I guess you could say that is part of what led us here. Um, but in these last 3 years, I've totally surrendered my will over to Him, and I believe it is His will to finish this project and to put this renewable portable power source out there for the world. And anyone who wants to join in on this project, um, comment down below. I'll leave an email in the description. Contact me. Let's collaborate and get this project going. Share it to the world. The first step to freedom, true freedom, is being able to um, have sustainable, self-sustainable energy, water and power. Without either, you're paying the government, you're paying a company to live, no matter what you do. If your water's not free and your power's not free, you are not free. So I would say one of the first, and maybe not the first, but the biggest step towards freedom is with your water and your power. So you'll see one of my upcoming videos. We're gonna tap into a spring on our property and bring water out, and then we'll have power and water. So anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe for updates. This is, like I said, the Perpetual Energy, or this renewable energy will be a series, because I try to make everything as short and to the point as possible, but it takes a while to get, it took me 2 years to get here. And I didn't video document everything along the way. I'm just now starting to video document everything after I have my head on right about where I'm going with this thing, and actually have a full grasp of what is needed and how to get there. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, and thanks for watching. Share, subscribe. If you would like to support the channel or support a project, I'm going to try to start a Patreon if I have yet. The link will be in the description. Um, and we'll see you on the next video. God bless. Thank you.